need a permit to replace your roof in New Jersey? Think you need a permit for your New Jersey roof replacement? What I'm about to share could save you thousands in unnecessary fees and paperwork. Let me explain something that's causing a lot of confusion for New Jersey homeowners right now. For years, every roof replacement required a permit. It was just part of the process. But in 2018, everything changed. The state made a significant update to the regulations that most people still don't know about, and it's costing those people time and money they don't need to spend. As someone who's helped thousands of New Jersey homeowners with their roofs over the years, I've seen firsthand how this change has impacted our industry. But here's what's concerning. I'm still seeing many homeowners and even some contractors operating under outdated information. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly when you need a permit for your roof replacement in New Jersey, and more importantly, when you don't. I'll also share the 3 critical exceptions you absolutely need to know about, because getting this wrong could cost you thousands in fines or even force you to redo work that's already been completed. The basic rule: no permit needed for simple roof replacements. Let me start with the most important change that happened in 2018. For a basic roof replacement on a single-family home in New Jersey, you no longer need a permit. This was a major shift from previous requirements where every roofing job, no matter how simple, required going through the permit process. Think of it like this. If you're simply removing your old shingles and putting new ones in their place, using the same type of materials and not changing anything structural, you can proceed without a permit. This change was specifically made to reduce bureaucratic hurdles and help homeowners get their roofs replaced more efficiently. However, and this is crucial, there are 3 specific situations where you absolutely still need a permit. Let me break these down for you, because this is where I see homeowners get into trouble. Exception number 1, connected properties. The first exception is for any property that shares walls with neighboring properties. This means if you live in a townhouse, a condo, or any type of connected housing, you still need to secure a permit before starting your roof replacement. Let me share a quick story that illustrates why this matters. Last summer, there was a homeowner in Bergen County who lived in a townhouse community. This homeowner didn't realize they needed a permit because they'd heard about the new rules. The contractor they hired, who should have known better, started the work without securing a permit, and halfway through the project, the local building department shut down the entire job. Not only did they have to pay for the permit, but they also faced fines and had to have additional inspections done, which delayed the project by a week. The reason this rule exists is for fire safety and structural integrity. When buildings share walls, what happens on one roof can directly impact the neighboring properties. That's why the state maintains stricter oversight in these situations. Exception number 2, significant wood replacement. The second exception is when you need to replace a significant amount of wood decking or structural components. This isn't just about swapping out a few pieces of plywood. We're talking about substantial wood replacement that could affect the structural integrity of your roof. Here's how to know if you fall into this category. If during your roof replacement you discover that more than 25% of your roof decking needs replacement, or if you need to replace any rafters or structural beams, you'll need to get a permit. This requirement exists because structural changes can affect the safety of your entire home. I recently worked with a family in Monmouth County who discovered that poor attic ventilation had caused more than half of their roof decking to dry rot. In this case, we had to pause the work, file for a permit, and have an inspector verify that the new structural work was up to code. Yes, it added some time to the project, but it ensured the work was done safely and legally. Exception number 3, layout changes. The final exception is for any alterations to your roof's layout. This includes adding dormers, changing the pitch of your roof, cutting in and installing skylights, or making any other modifications to the original roof design. These types of changes require permits because they involve structural modifications that can affect your home's integrity and safety. For example, if you're adding a dormer, you're essentially cutting into your existing roof structure and creating new load-bearing points. This needs to be properly engineered and inspected to ensure it's safe. Let me give you a real example. We had a client in Warren County, New Jersey, who wanted to add 2 skylights during their roof replacement. Even though the basic roof replacement didn't need a permit, the skylight addition did. By understanding this up front, we were able to properly plan the project timeline and ensure all the necessary approvals were in place before starting work. Protecting yourself. Even when you don't need a permit, It's crucial to document your roof replacement properly. Here's what I recommend. 1. Take photos before, during, and after the project. 2. Keep all receipts and contractor documentation. 3. Make sure your contractor is properly licensed and insured. 4. Get written confirmation from your contractor about the scope of work. This documentation can be invaluable if you ever sell your home or need to file an insurance claim. It proves the work was done properly and in compliance with current regulations. So let me wrap this up with the key points you need to remember about roofing permits in New Jersey. For a basic roof replacement on a single-family home, you don't need a permit, but you do need one if you live in a connected property like a condo or townhouse. You need significant wood replacement, or you're making any changes to your roof's layout. Remember, while the permit process might seem like a hassle, when it's required, it's there to protect you and your investment. Getting it wrong can cost you thousands in fines and repairs. If you're planning a roof replacement and you're not sure whether you need a permit, watch my next video where I break down exactly how to assess your roof's condition before starting any work. This will help you identify potential issues that might require permits before you begin.